What is up guys, it's your boy Solheim here, back with another Dragonflight gold farming video. So today, just as the title and the thumbnail says, we have a solo gold farm. Probably one of my first solo gold farms in actual Dragonflight content, if not the actual first solo gold farm we have so far in Dragonflight, even though a lot of the other farms we have been doing are also doable solo. This is one of those farms where you can bring a group, but it's an incredible solo gold farm where you can pretty much farm gold per hour on par with anyone else that is doing 2x4 farming. So you can go here completely solo, there's no professional requirements, there's basically no requirements at all to the farm, and if you have an alt that is level 60, you can even go here on a level 60 and do the farm as well at pretty much the same efficiency as a max level character. So the only real requirement for this farm right here is to have the Dragonflight expansion. So yep, you can just go here by yourself, farm a lot of gold, and today I'll be showing you the location, what you're farming for, what that item is used for, and why it's worth so much gold. And even now, with the prices having gone down a little bit, like if we just go back 1 week, this item was double in price, so it was worth twice as much. Even now, you're making a decent amount of gold per hour, once again on par with most 2x4 farms out there. Before I show you the location though and talk more in depth about the farm, I do want to say a massive thank you to everyone who's picked up my Dragonflight Gold Guide so far, and if you haven't picked it up yet, well, there will be a link down below in the comment section and also the video description. Now, this is a gold guide that I started working on before the Dragonflight expansion came out, and it's based on my experiences in the beta process and testing out different professions, specializations, and so on, and finding a lot of gold farms on the Dragonflight beta, testing them in the live version of the game, seeing what's profitable, and making a guide for you guys to make a lot of gold this expansion. Now, by purchasing this guide, you also get access to a private Discord server, you get early access to videos, exclusive videos, and also exclusive gold making information in that Discord server. Right now, because patch 10.0.5 is also right around the corner, we have a document containing the most valuable white and grey items that I'll be personally stocking up on for that patch. We have a document of those items available to you guys once again in that Discord server, so check out the guide to the link down below, use the code Solheim when you buy it to get it for half price, and when you join the Discord server there will be a lot of extra information waiting for you right there. So not only are you getting a gold guide that is currently 170 pages long, you're also getting all of the extra additional stuff as well. Either way, click the link down below, use the code Solheim at checkout, half price, and that's basically it. Now let's take a look at this farm. So I've basically been farming this one quite a bit the last couple of days because it's super chill to just do this farm in the background while you're doing other things like watching YouTube, Twitch, Netflix, pretty much anything, and I treat it kind of like herbalism and mining, but it's not herbalism and mining, and you don't need to have any professions, meaning it's super simple and has a very low barrier to entry. So the farm itself is located in on around plains, and you can actually do this several locations. This is just the one that I've picked, and it's the one that I've found to be the best one out of trying pretty much all the available ones. So the farm itself is located right here. Now the item you're farming for is a tall strider sinew, and this one is used in quite a couple of crafts that we'll take a look at later in the video, so you know exactly why it's worth so much. But you can see right now the median price on EU, how many of them are available, and you can see both you can see all the stats on the screen, and I even attached like a flowchart so you can see how the prices have been moving the last 14 days. Now at the two peaks they were selling for 3.4 thousand gold each, and now they're selling for 1.5. so if this gold farm right now is competing against 2x4 farms, then imagine what it would do when that price was literally doubled. It's a super easy solo gold farm you can do pretty much in several different locations, but this one is my favorite. So just to give you some story here, I usually farm in the red circle, so I've made a red circle on the map that you can see right here, and I basically start up north and I fly back down south and just fly in a circular fashion in this red circle. Now usually for me that is enough because I'm playing on a medium pop server. There's not too much competition for these mobs, I haven't really seen anyone else do them, and usually by the time I finish down south the mobs up north will have reset, so I can just infinitely farm in the red circle. However, if you have better gear than me and you kill them faster, or you have competition, you can also like include the green circle in the same farm, because literally all you have to do is mount up, fly for 5 seconds to the green circle, and there's going to be a bunch more mobs available to you over there as well. So this is what you're farming for, this is the location. Now let me show you a little bit, like let me just fly around so you can see roughly how many mobs there are. There are quite a few of them available, so for example you can see right here you can do a pull of 3, and if you wait for these ones you can do a pull of 6, so you have several of these runners just running around the place, and you have some set spawn locations as well, so these 3 will always spawn in this general area, and if you wait for these guys to run down here you can pull 6 in one pull, and you can see they have 112% health. According to Wowhead they should have a between 5 and 7% drop chance or something, but I think they have a bit lower, let's just say 5% drop chance. So if you kill 20 of them, you should expect to get 1 Tall Striders in you. So you can see these guys running all the way around, and they will run down here, so that's going to be the first pull. Now over here you can see once again we're going to have a pull of 4, so you just pull these 2 right here and bring them to these 2, kill those off. And then you have another 3 pull over here as well, so you pull these 2, and there is sometimes 1 more spawning in this area as well that you can pull. And you have quite a few of them down here, so just cross the basic area. Now you'll have 2 of them here, you can pull those over with these guys as well, so you will have 5 in one pull. Now we can pull these guys, which is 3 of them right here, and there should be a couple of them over here as well, if I can just fly over here. So there's going to be a couple of them over here, and you can also pull these 2 with these guys over here, and basically just farm up and down the red circle once again, just to show you the general location, the general area. Basically, this is the circle, so now we're basically moving towards the southern part, and you have a couple of them over here as well, so you can see these runners over here, for example. You can pull these runners with a couple of them that are located somewhere throughout this area, that you can pull these guys to as well to get a bigger pull, or you can just kill them as 3 if you have low gear or you're more of a single target class. Now personally I'm playing a warlock, so I want to pull as many as possible in one big pull, so if you wait for these guys, for example, to run all the way over here, you can pull them with these 2 or these 3, so you have another big pull over here as well. And then you just cross the basic you cross the path over here. You see once again several runners, so you will have so many runners and there's so many mobs available, even though like when I show you the map like right here, it doesn't look like there's so many mobs. It looks like there's what 15 mobs in this place, but with these runners there's so many of them in one location. And once again, if you run out of mobs in this one circle, just go to the green circle as well, and you will have way more mobs waiting for you over there. So the green circle is going to be basically across the river right here, so just fly to right here and you can see all those mobs as well. So this is where I'm going to fly now, show you the location of where those mobs are located. If I fly up here, there might be a couple over here. So here you can see there's some aggressive Horn Striders, there's also Horn Strider chicks, and according to Wowhead, even these guys can actually drop them. And even though they only have 33k health, they have a much lower drop chance though. But you can see, for example, right here, there's so many of these Tall Striders available. If you can just pull all of these guys right here and bring them back down to this guy, for example, and this one as well. There's so many of them available. Once again, there's chicks here, there's this guy, and there's chicks once again. So there's so many Tall Striders in both of these circles. It's such a good solo gold farm and such a mindless farm. All you have to do is just run around, pull these guys, and do that on repeat, and you can make a lot of gold by doing this. Now let's take a look at what this item is actually used for and why it's selling, because it is in fact selling, and you can do this farm a lot and you will have consistent sales. So it's not one of those farms that you can only do for 1 hour, then you have to sell them and go back. You can farm it for 10 hours and you should be able to sell pretty much everything over like 1 or 2 days, depending a little bit on how often you get undercut and how many of you guys start doing this farm by watching this video, just as an example. Okay, so first of all, you can see that the tool striders in use are used in a couple of crafts. So you have the Bow of the Dragon Hunters, for example. You have the Dragon Scale Expeditions, Expedition Tent. You have the Infurious Binding of Gesticulation. And you have the Wither Rot Tome. It's only used in 4 crafts, so that is not really where the majority of the demand for the item is. It is used as a currency to buy a lot of items from, for example, renowned vendors. So you can use them to buy, you can see all these dragon scripts right here, you can use them to buy this one, a lot of cosmetic items as you can see right here, so obsidian stuff and cosmetic stuff. You can use them to buy the battle pets, for example. Battle pets once again, cosmetics, battle pet, cosmetic, battle pet, and a lot more cosmetics. So it's used as an actual currency to buy a lot of the stuff that you will end up buying from those renowned vendors over time, which is why there's going to be a constant demand for these items, regardless of like what type of players are looking to get them, because eventually, like throughout the expansion, a lot of people will just end up buying everything they can from the renowned vendors to get as much rewards as possible from the renown. So they will just buy them on the auction house to get all the cosmetics because they can. So you can see there's quite a few of them used. You can see there's 5 required if I can just scroll a little bit right now. So you can see right here, for example, there's 5 of them required to buy 1 item, which is going to create a constant demand for these sinews throughout the entire expansion. Now, I did say there's pretty much no requirements for the farm. You can be level 60 and go here, and there's no professional requirement, but because you're killing beasts, having skinning will naturally increase your gold per hour from this farm, but you're only getting scales, so the gold per hour increase by having skinning is probably like 1,000 or 2,000 gold per hour in total by having skinning. So like, once again, there's no professional requirements, but having skinning might add up to 5% gold per hour. I don't want that it's not going to be like, if you don't have skinning, don't go here. Definitely it's worth going here either way. Like, skinning only adds a tiny bit on top, and it's like a tiny bit. So either way, if you were looking for a solo gold farm to do in Dragonflight and you're looking for just a really easy gold farm with consistent sales, here we go. Hopefully this one helps you out, and hopefully you're able to use it to get a lot of gold in the expansion. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider dropping a like down below, consider subscribing to the channel for more Dragonflight content. I'm trying to make as much different gold making content as possible, both through crafting, Dragonflight content, transmog farming, and if there's anything you feel like I've been missing out on, please let me know in the comment section down below so I can help you out as much as possible. Either way, thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you again very soon.